Hello and welcome everybody. Playoffs and the momentum leading up to it is all but high at this point.
You have to go into every gunfight in this game, especially where trades are almost a necessity. A Seeker will come through and steal 3. God damn it, I'm hyped. K7, you just got a trade here on a Wednesday night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in here with some more awesome matches for the K7 League. It is me, Kamika, Kyle, your buddy, and I am joined here by your other buddy in Trevor. Say hello, Trevor.
Hello, Trevor.
Great response.
Wait a second. You're Kamika. Just kidding, guys. It's not going to be one of those nights. But we do have some Call of Duty action for you. Rated White versus Natural Talent. Ooh, and it's going to be a doozy. I think we can just go ahead and talk about the maps. I mean, I think the players are getting ready, so why not just hop straight to the maps for us? We have the classic, the one that everybody absolutely loves this map, let me tell you. Checkmate Hardpoint. That's how we're going to start this series off. Let's see who can take control of it. Kind of start driving the plane for it. Let me drive the plane, not the boat, you know? We're going to head over to a Miami S&D, followed by a Raid Control. Those are the 3 maps that we're guaranteed, as this is a best of 5. But if we need them, we got them in the back pocket. We got a Moscow Hardpoint and a Checkmate Search and Destroy if we need them.
Yeah, I think I'll leave the plane driving to hero. We'll see it 2 times potentially here, ladies and gentlemen. The plane on Checkmate here, if we are so lucky. But Trevor, real quick, let's take a look at these rosters, and then you tell me who you think is going to win. First, on Natural Talent, we got Catsy, new player to them and Carl. But you guys know this man if you guys have been watching a little bit of Swear Society. He has transferred over there to Natural Talent. Also joined by Mir and Esporto. Trevor, take us through the Rated White roster and then give us your opinion on how they stack up.
Yeah, I mean, we got Koi, we got the boy Freshie, Kaiser, and then McCoy.
Oh my god, Koi and McCoy.
Koi and McCoy. So we'll see how many times we get that confused tonight. But honestly, I think for me, I think they're both really solid rosters. But just looking at how the season's gone so far, I think I have to give this one to Natural Talent. I mean, if you look at the leaderboards, I mean, you can just see the kind of difference there. As we get to that here in just a second, we're gonna see Natural Talent up toward the top of that one. As we show this one, yeah. So Valley is above Natural Talent, but if you look at this, Natural Talent is gonna look pretty good. 7-1. So that's a really good record. Not gonna lie, only dropping probably the one to Valiant. I can't remember exactly who they lost to.
Yeah, they did actually lose to Valiant.
So I mean, the only person you've lost to is the best person in your division. You're a pretty solid team. So my prediction is that Natural Talent is gonna win this, but the Rated White roster, they are solid. Yeah. I think people like Koi and Freshie, I mean, they've been playing for a while. We've seen them in the K7, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah, if we take a look real quick over at the other league table that I showed you earlier, it would have been the right one if we were talking about rated white, because this is cross-division, ladies and gentlemen, for the final week. They are 4-4. Their most recent loss coming to their rated gold brother team. It was a battle of the brothers, and it was a very blood-filled battle right to the end. They showed some serious prowess in the search and destroy especially. Now, say what you want about Kaiser, my dude. Say what you want about Kaiser. Say what you want about how he behaves himself sometimes, but you can't deny, he does put up some good numbers for the team. And now, Trevor, I do believe we'll be getting started here any second now. I'm just checking in real quick. Yeah, it does appear that things are going to be starting in 30 seconds here. So anything you think we need to talk about going into the map and predictions, keys to victory, anything like that, Trevor?
I mean, I think this is pretty basic, but you just got to start off hot, you know? I mean, you have a map like Checkmate. And I mean, not everyone likes playing it on Hardpoint, but you got to come out and you got to show that you can play it, all right? And that's what it's going to take. I think whichever team comes out hot, I mean, if you're rated white, you have to take this from Natural Talent. You have to start early. You can't try to do a reverse sweep against one of the best teams in the league. When you're sitting at a 17-13 map count, you got to come out, you got to take it quick, and you have to see the momentum. You got to be in their face, and we're gonna see what Kaiser can do right here. As we're gonna hop straight into this hard point, we're gonna see everyone butt heads right here in this P1. Start it hot, get the kills, get some early time, and you're gonna have to get the rotation.
Yeah, seeing if they can get the kills to pay the bills here, Trevor. Kaiser making his way down the middle of the plane, showing absolutely no fear. Katsy gets beamed by Koi. He was granted he was one shot already, but exactly, I do believe that's going to be Mir going to be getting taken down here as well. But so far, so good for Natural Talent. Katsy getting a little bit up close and personal with them in their spawn. He does eventually get taken down here. But, I mean, overall good setup for Natural Talent. They're not in really any danger of losing the spawns. And they're positions where they can keep on contesting as many times as they want to. So assuming that not too much time goes into the hands of Rated Gaming before the end of this hill, I think Natural Talent are in a good spot.
Yeah, and especially because they have, I mean, like, they haven't allowed rated white to get through. I'm sure they're picking up a couple points here as they just hit that 20-point mark on the hard point. Look at number 5, though, in Esporto. He's already right there, set up for that next hill. Natural Talent know what they're doing. You don't want to pressure too much, especially with the wonky spawn. Number 3, Koi. He's been up in their face. He's been over toward their spawn a couple times. That's a big kill there by McCoy, that they may just get this rotation off of this kill. Number 7, Carl, can do some damage. Able to just get one of them, but now you're starting to see rated white did get the spawn, so that's huge. Not only did you hold 30 seconds on the first hill, but right with that last push, most people honestly get wave cleared. They're able to take the spawns and get P2. If you're Natural Talent, you got to be worried for this, because now, I mean, they're set up. You got to get these kills quick.
Damn, dude. Rated Gaming coming out hot off the blocks, I gotta be honest. This is a little bit unexpected. I just did not think that Rated Gaming would be getting 60 points without Natural Talent getting any on the board at all just yet, especially with that start. Natural Talent, they were in a great spot, but they just could not hold their stuff in the back. Koi with the flank flipped them out. It was really awesome to see. And now, firmly in the driver's seat now is Rated. They don't really need, they can take a little bit of an L on this next one if they want to. Like, they can't even get caught off this next one. They can totally play this for positioning if they totally want to. They don't even have to get a second of hill time. Just go for the positioning for the next ones. And that isn't the kind of position that they're in and how good of a start that they have had now, Trevor. But yeah, Codename and the guys, sorry, Codename meaning Mir, trying to turn on McCoy. So far, they're doing a pretty good job of stemming the flow into the spawn flip zones. But, I mean, Kaiser, he's getting dangerously close. And not only to the spawn flip location, Trevor, but also to getting some time up in here and extending their lead even further.
So Natural Talent haven't given up too much map position here, but they haven't been able to get any really any time off of this P3. So they're going to need to pick up as much of this time as they can, but we're going to see Rated White come in maybe with a contest, at least to get top playing control. So this is actually really big. Rated has done exactly what they want to. They've played these first 3 hills really well. To have just about 80 points heading into P4 is huge. I'm sure Natural Talent have had a couple early setups, but it's been very easily broken by Rated White in these first couple seconds. So, I mean, here we see the pressure coming in from that right side of the mini-map. Natural Talent looks to get set up, and if they want to bring it back, I mean, I think it all comes down to this P4.
This is looking pretty crazy right now, Trevor. I mean, Katsy, he's trying to do the right thing here. He's trying to open up a different vector of attack, and he does put it to good use, coming right down the middle of the plane, which absolutely nobody was watching. courtesy of the fact that he had killed all of them. He goes right in there, takes down another one. Kaiser, let's finish him up shop. But, oh my god, Kaiser taking down all 3. Only man left is main man Carl, the newbie to the team. But even he cannot stand against the might of Kaiser right now, as he completely clears the board. More time going in the hands of Rated Gaming now. This is starting to get very scary for Natural Talent, especially due to the fact that the hill that they were really banking on getting a lot of time off of is already contested. They're not even there for the setup yet, Trevor.
Yeah, we do have number 5 in Esporto. He's trying to stay close, stay tight with them. Probably going to get this kill on the Freshie, so now his position's revealed. They're going to know that they have a player in the back, and it's going to be up to his teammates to kind of rotate. But as you can see, Rated White has the most pressure toward Matt and down toward this hill. So this is great for them. It's looking great. You're up by getting close to 100 points out here after a few more seconds, and it's not looking great if you're Natural Talent. You got to get the contest, you got to break, and you got to be able to hold. We've seen quite a few contests, maybe a couple clears for Natural Talent, but it's really just been like scrap time or just random a couple seconds throughout the middle of a hill that they're able to pick anything up. It looks like they might get the last few seconds of this hill if Rated chooses to not fully commit to it, as they don't want to give up the spawns as we head to this next set of rotations. But Rated's looking really good in this plane right now. Number 8 looking to do something catsy as he does fall. Natural Talent, this is scary. You're going to have to control the second set of rotations. And as I say that, it's only down to about 40 points that they're down, but still, it's looked pretty scary so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was great the fact that they got the 30 seconds off of that, and now they're within about, like, 39 seconds, 40 seconds of their opponents now, so it definitely shows that it can be done for Natural Talent. It's never out of the realm of possibility, especially with the possibility, a whole lot of possibilities here, Trevor, that they can, you know, string a whole bunch of hills together. They're just hopping out for the contest right now, but Rated Gaming, this is going to be the true test to see if they can hold the spawns better than Natural Talent, because the precedent so far has been they've been really a good team when it comes to breaking their opponents off the setups. But how well will they do when they have the same setups themselves? Will they hold, or will they crumble under the pressure like Natural Talent has so far? That remains to be seen.
Yeah, and right now it seems to be that they're holding their own. They're getting a bunch of contests here on this P1. They haven't really given up the 30 points that the Natural Talent gave them off the rip at the very start of the game. And right now they have pretty decent control over toward that P2. Got a couple players just chilling, not getting too close together. They don't want to get wave cleared like they wave cleared Natural Talent on this final push. But NT, they're gearing up to do it, gearing up to make the push. Already have one player spawning out because of the map pressure. But if you're Natural Talent, you got to get this kill. This is going to be big from Katsu, as he is going to fall there to Freshie. We got a player there for the trade, but right now there's 2 and 2 on the side. That's a big turn by Kaiser. He does get picked up. I don't know. So Natural Talent is going to be in the hill for now, but they have immediate pressure that they have to deal with, and if they do not deal with it, it's going to be very scary, especially when your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of how well Natural Talent has done for the mini contests here and mini contests there, Rated Gaming, they've somehow managed to cockroach their way into a lot of hill time off this hill. And yeah, they haven't really even lost the spawns majorly until just now. Katsy and the guys are going to be getting the last 20 seconds off of this. I'll be very surprised if they didn't, especially when Rated Gaming going for the rotation here. They do take Carl off a mid. Freshie trying to compete on the plane with, I believe, Mir, but not quite working out for him. Mir holding down the plane very well right now, and it does actually look like Raid is going to get a last couple of seconds off of this, maintaining that 30-point lead, but I mean, it's something that isn't really, it's not as flashy as it was in the beginning, and it just goes to show that Natural Talent, they're starting to wake up here. But can they wake up in time and enough to where they can not only take the lead from Rated Gaming, but just secure it until the end of the game? That's going to be the tough thing here, because they're still sucking up all this time here, Trevor, and they don't really have a whole lot of defenses going here for the spawn. So if Koi and the guys, they win this gunfight, there's not really much stopping them from knocking Natural Talent out of the spawns as well.
I couldn't agree more. We've seen Rated White look really good. I think this is a case of, I want to say, the better team just starting out slow, thinking you have it. They're going to head over toward this rotation. There's only about 10 seconds left. McCoy almost gets a two-piece. I think their player he's calling out one shot because all I needed was one more bullet. McCoy's going to be here for the early contest once the new hill pops, so he's going to have 2 players to deal with. He is dealt with, though, himself, but I mean, he had teammates there to back him up. But if you're Natural Talent, you haven't been able to get a good hold from the start. Look at all this pressure that Amir is going to have to deal with on this hill. able to pick up one, had some help from some teammates. It looks like it's going to get really scrappy here in a second to see who gets the initial hold on the hill. No one really being able to get their feet in and keep them in without getting killed. Just instant contentions. It's looking like Rated White is going to be a little bit closer. They're going to be a little more grouped up. They took their time with the push. They haven't died 1-to-1-to-1 like we've seen Natural Talent do so far in the kill feed. Rated White's really taking control of this game right now. They're going to be up by just about 80 points as they hit the 200-point mark, and that's big. Natural Talent needs to get it going and get it going fast.
Yeah, good thing for Natural Talent right now is they have a lot more control over Next than they did the last time. But you see, Koi, he's actually able to get over here, but not before he starts to get shot up here. Exactly, excuse me, Mir is just going to be chilling up here, just denying a whole bunch of map control and positioning, but I think he's a little bit too much in his own head, gets too much in the rhythm of sliding back and forth, and doesn't realize that he slides right back into somebody. And somehow, someway, Rated Gaming, they're going to be getting this first little bit of time, and they are in a great position to deny even more time going into the hands of their opponents. Catsy swinging out. And somehow Freshy's still spawning back here. Spawn tomfoolery going on here, but still they're trying to find him. A Sporto is going to get the better of him, so that's a good hold there from Natural Talent, and they really, really need it. This is going to put them, if they can just secure the rest of this time, Trevor, about 20 points behind them, and that's doable. That really is doable. And with this setup, again, I don't think they're going to be getting broken here. It just really depends on how well they can do on the break now up against Rated Gaming, and if they can just push out and make sure that they don't get too much of a setup of their own here, Trevor. That's the big thing here.
Yeah, this is the exact same position that they're in last time. They started to get some momentum here on this last hill as we go into P1. And then Rated just kind of stopped all the momentum with heavy contests in the plane and then maintained the rotation to P2. And if you're Natural Talent, you cannot let that same thing happen as you're starting to catch up. Only down by about, 15 points now, ish. Yeah, and big wins here in the plane as they're able to start picking up this time. They're inching closer and closer to that 200-point mark. Since the beginning of the game, I think this is the closest margin that we've had in terms of score. Natural Talent looking to set things up for themselves as Kaiser just quite can't get it up there. I'm going to need a little bit of help as he tries to slide into the hill, get the nades off. This is big. It's an absolute bloodbath here in the plane, but we're going to see, we're going to have to start paying attention to this rotation. And right now, Rated White do still have the spawns heading over to P2, and P2 can be big in terms of time, especially when you're going to be pretty close to 220 points.
Yeah, well, Kaiser might not have hops. He definitely hits shots, and hit shots he does again. Going to be a little bit of garbage time going in the hands of Natural Talent, which will put them in the lead, but I think they're, yeah, looks like they're actually overrunning it, because they know the big time is right here. Kaiser going to take him down, but trades coming out from Catsy. Trades coming left, right, and center of Sporto. He's trying to find Koi, but I don't think he quite actually knows he's there. He definitely does now, because now he's, like, looking directly there. He saw the bullets coming out from there. He's going to see him popping over his shoulder. Shot's going to come out, and they are really starting to ape the hill. Koi, the only thing left standing for his team back here. He's just trying to buy them precious seconds to go in here for the break. Down the middle here, Trevor. This might be a serious disaster at the end for Rated Gaming. A Sporto really starting to give it to him now. He's on a 3 streak, almost back positive, but that's beside the point. He is back positive now. Again, beside the point. He is really starting to deny some space and time. There's no way, in my opinion, Rated are going to get to this without taking down Carl or them. And that is it.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, that's going to be game, and that's nuts. I mean, Natural Talent literally flipped the switch for that third set of rotations once it popped. Okay, we saw them start to get the momentum. They started to crawl. They were like on their bellies, crawling their way back into this game. And then they flipped the switch. Their guns started working, and they just started absolutely frying. We are going to see the piece by Kaiser with a little bitty wall bang to pick up Carl. That was pretty early in the hard point. Good plays from Rated in the beginning. But we really saw Natural Talent just come through. They came through for themselves and for their teammates. We saw the flip get switched. All right. And they just started shooting, and they not only did they win P1, P5, but they pushed through, gave up that last 5-6 seconds of scrap time, and secured it.
Yes, the flip has definitely been switched there, Trevor. And now, I mean, Natural Talent. Like, what can you really say to that? Slow start, but strong to finish. Like, Rated White, they were so close. Like, in the beginning, they were just absolutely mopping the floor with them. Hands down. But then, like you said, things just changed, and now we're going into a mode that I would say that both teams are really, really good on. Natural Talent, they've looked solid in Search and Destroy all year. This was probably Rated White's best mode so far, even before bringing Carl in. And Carl, he's a little bit of a beast machine. These aren't quite updated mode standings here, but as you can see here, I'll just go into the Search and Destroy one here. Kaiser, he is at the top, but you gotta notice who else is on here. Esporto, Carl, and Katzy. That's 3/4 of the other team in the highest S&D KDs. And despite the fact that you are the top, that does not bode well if your team can't back you up here if you're Kaiser. That's my opinion here, Trevor.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. We're going to see, and looking at those stats, it's pretty cool to see that all of these players are playing really well in Search and Destroy. But you got to team game, you know, like sure you can have a player pop off and it definitely helps, but if you're not executing, if you're not there for the trade, team shots don't come through, you're not going to pick up some of those very pivotal kills, especially on a map like Miami. We're going to see maybe some long sight lines. We've seen a couple really cool fake pushes from a couple of teams when it comes to this map. Show B, go A, show A, go B kind of thing. So I'm really excited to see kind of how this breaks down and how these two really good search teams play each other on a map like Miami. It's definitely a challenge.
It's definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge. This is one of the maps I would say this is a little bit of a road less traveled here in the competitive scene here, Trevor. But, I mean, teams, who really knows how much they've actually played of it. I know that Natural Talent's gotten quite a little bit of a helping to it over the course of the past couple of days, weeks, months that it's been in the map set. This is sort of like people's go-to if they want to screw a team over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we practice this a lot. We know you guys don't practice this a lot, so you guys are going to have to beat us on our home turf. We're going to take away any kind of strategic advantage, any comfortability that you have, and we're going to play to our own strengths. And it's a really smart thing to do, and I would highly encourage other teams to start doing things like that. Play the maps that people hate to play, because, you know, if you're good on them, people hate to play them, so they're not going to perform as well as you, especially because, you know, you're more comfortable than they are. You know the map. It's basically, it's common sense, bro. It's common sense. But anyways, Trevor, we are going to be getting in here with the place of the hour, Miami.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm really excited to see what we see kind of off the rip from the team. So where are we going to see the bomb go? I'd like to see a couple long pushes. I mean, I casted a marathon of a Miami not too long ago, where we didn't see the first blood until there was about 30 seconds left in the round.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't quite want a long push like that, but I'd like to see teams take their time and really commit to a push. Maybe try to throw off some timings, because timings are so important in a game like Call of Duty. Do something to kind of throw that off. I'd like to see this bomb taken over to the A site. Not a lot of people expect an immediate A push. From the very beginning, we might see one island player leak over toward that beach side, and that might be Katzy for Natural Talent. But we might see a pretty hard B off the rip here.
Yeah, it seems like it. I know just the one you're talking about, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be playing like the last time we saw this map. Getting right up close and personal. Kaiser already ripping a Sporto. They know that they're up there, but Koi, he's going to be taking some big fat shots the way of Mir as well. Katzy's going to get a nice solid trade here, and Katzy looking for another, and he does get another on McCoy. That is solid mid-map presence into their hands now. But Koi, they're feeling pressure in the back, and they're going to have to keep on moving forward. If Kaiser gets away with this, I'll be so absolutely amazed. He didn't push out in the middle of everything. Katzy, they're not pushing him. How is Kaiser still alive right here? I guess a little bit of bad communication going on here. Kaiser, he's a little bit by himself, and he does finally go down, but Koi, he does still have a little bit of winning in his eyes, but apparently that was just a reflection of the enemy team in his eyeballs there, Trevor, as they are going to be losing this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good plays overall from Natural Talent there to go and to pick that up. We did see maybe a little bit of communication. It could have got pretty scary there with Kaiser managing to stay alive, by the skin of his teeth in that little situation, but he does fall. He does get picked up there.
Wow.
First bloods are going to be important. Why the WoW? What's your WoW for?
I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. He must have only hit a flash there. I'm just a little bit, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just a little bit impressed as to how he actually just only got 1 damage and no more, no less. But anyways, I think it was just a flashbang. But
Completely missed that one, but that's exactly what it must have been. We get to see a nice little mid push here from National Talent. They could go either way. That's the cool thing about going to the middle of the map. You got your right, you got your left. And Esporto gets the first blood to go right there with it. That's huge for him to get on the board and for his team in this round. That kind of opens it up for him, let them do what they want to do. Freshie is in a really good spot here as we're starting to see some of these players inch closer and closer to maybe that B side. But he does get spotted. So never mind. Maybe not a great position. They're going to know where you are. And know what they need to do for it. We haven't seen National Talent commit to anything. They've stayed mid and they've gotten picked up. So now we have a 2v3, 2v2. As I'm speaking there, we're going to get one more player picked up. But this is kind of a thing. It's hard to play a slow mid push because you're essentially in the wide open. That nade could pick up Cassie there, and it does. That is a nade right there. Way to throw it, Koi. We don't see some quarterbacks throw like that, and you just hit him in the hands because he's dead now. All to Sporto. He got the first blood in the round. He's going to have to pick up 2 more. Here, I mean, if he doesn't get the bomb down, but he doesn't have it actually. Bomb's going to be straight to middle map. He's searching for these kills. Freshie's going to shoulder the door. He's going to know that he's there, but there's also a player right here in his back for Sporto. 5 seconds left. These players are not going to show. That's a really good win from Rated White.
yeah, I mean, what I was going to say in the beginning of that, Trevor, is the fact that in the beginning of that 2v2 is that Rated, their 2 final players were very, very spread apart. I mean, Koi. Just look at this solo dolo effort from him. He kills him. He kills Carl. He kills Cassie. He killed everybody except for the one guy who didn't die, and that is Esporto. But yeah, just serious clutching up from Koi. But I guess even if Koi wanted to try and ego chow for the ace, he could have totally done that. Because I think, yeah, main man Freshie, he was on the opposite end of the map, which usually is something that kills you when you're in a 2v2, but it really helped because, I mean, Esporto, there was with the time left, you wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. Esporto, speaking of him, he's coming down the middle of the map trying to make his presence known again. Didn't have too much luck with it in the last time, but, I mean, he's going to be accompanied here by Mir, who has gotten some nice positioning in piano.
Nice positioning indeed. As we're going to head over toward this B side, we got a player got picked up. That's going to be McCoy. He's going to be down and out for the count for the round. He's 0-3 on the game. McCoy, do something for your team, my guy. Esporto getting more shots. He's looked really good so far in this search. Carl's going to try to get some information there with the flash. Does get it, knows that the players are there, and that's perfect for Esporto, who's managed to kind of get around the back. This is big. The pressure's going to be here. Looking to set up a pinch. Esporto's been really good for his team so far. Can he do anything else? Man advantage is gone. He is going to fall there. So now we got a 3v2. Actually, if someone does get traded out, all up to Koi. We've seen him in this situation before. Dude's fried, but unable to pick that up as Natural Talent are going to close out the round and take the lead 2-1. We've seen good things from both teams so far. We've seen some good adjustments, and I think a nice little back and forth. This one could be a marathon for us, a little bit more fast-paced. They're not playing the beginning of the rounds as slow as we've seen before, or maybe as slow as we saw even last year on our clock. So this is pretty interesting. We got a couple players with some donuts still. 2 for the side of rating being Freshie and McCoy, and then Carl hasn't picked anything up yet. So we're looking for these players to get something going. I mean, maybe that could be kind of the thing that sets the team apart and really puts the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, we're really going to have to see the people who are not really popping off right now pop off towards the end, and whoever doesn't, I think that's going to be a serious thing here. McCoy, he's trying to do his part here and banging Carl from across the end of the map, but shots not quite hitting. He has at least called it out, though, and now Koi's going to be here to help him out, Trevor. That's a good thing. Trophy system coming out. This is looking like a great possible take and setup for them. Hook, line, and sinker. Now, Natural Talent, they have to be able to get out of here in order to get the setup down properly, and Katsy getting away with that, I think it's going to be very likely that they do.
Yeah, it's really big that he's able to stay alive there. Very unfortunate for Kaiser that he's not able to finish that kill. One more bullet, honestly does it. We got a couple players starting to push up for Rated, but he gets picked up. That's big from Katsy. Katsy doesn't get that kill if he dies earlier in the round. Great execute on the bomb plant, able to get it down and pick up the player that kind of instantly chowed it. We're going to have a Sporto. He's going to be big with the shots, with the kills. Able to pick up 2 there. In a really crucial moment. That's where the chow goes. If they clear the players on the bomb, they have a chance to hop it before Sporto can get there. So that's really big, especially him going 5-2 for his team. Katsy at a 6-1. Seeing some really good things from Natural Talent as they are up 2 rounds in the search and destroy. Rated looking to answer back with this bomb in their hands, and it's looking like we might see a mid or even A push here.
Does definitely seem like an 8 push here, Trevor. The reason why it worked out so well for Natural Talent is because they did not all go that way. They did leave a Sporto as a little bit of a latent push mid to catch anyone trying to make a play through mid because they thought it was for free. They totally thought it was for free, but the fact that a Sporto came up and caught them with their pants down too, that's just something that you're not going to be able to recover from in a position like that for Rated. Now, can they do the same thing? That's going to be the real question. Now, oh, super sneaky here is Mir, but you thought you were slick. You are totally not. Apparently, Koi going to be taking him down on the flank, but they've still got proper sight control here, more or less. Some great positioning from Katsy and a Sporto, but they're going to be getting up on the site. Freshie going for a very audacious plant here as Kaiser watching over him like a guardian angel beams Katsy, and now they're going to overrun it and get even more control here. This is looking good for Rated right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly the answer that you want to have so far, unless the Sporto can get something done. No, he cannot. Carl, 0-1 still on the search and destroy, needed to do something, isn't able to pick anything up. Rated Gaming, Rated White with the answer to that round. You don't want to go down 1-4. That's never good looks. But to bring it back to 2 and 3 makes it look so much more doable in your mind and on the board. So, I mean, Rated, Natural Talent issued the challenge. Great answer. You just got to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, you see, we still have 2 people, well, I mean, like 1 person on each team. Carl still killless, and McCoy still killless. So far, I mean, it's been hurting Natural Talent a little bit more because, I mean, hurting Rated a little bit more because McCoy, whereas Carl, he's died the 2 rounds that they've lost. McCoy has died every single round, so it's been a net drag even on the rounds that they win. So, I feel like maybe a little bit more just trying your best to stay alive, just being a little bit more conservative, playing for more intel. Yeah, oh man, you see, that's tough, dude. He just gets peeked up by Katsy. He wasn't expecting him to come from there, and Katsy, beams on point. Not much you can really do in McCoy's position to get away from that. Koi doing the right thing, though, and making sure that he doesn't totally give up sight control, but he keeps his lifeline in the back here. It's going to be basically impossible for him to get pushed. He's just trying to buy his teammates some time to get back over to him. And a great pick on Carl at that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the team kill, but we did see a team kill there from Mir onto a Sporto. So Sporto's going to lag out. So we have quite a few rounds on the board. We'll see how the rest of this one plays out. Bomb is down all up to Katsy and to Mir against Freshie and Koi. This could be really good timing and positioning from Katsy there, as the shots are iffy, but the player does fall to his teammate in Mir. Freshie's going to have to get close to the bomb. He's going to be trying to do something here. 20 seconds left. 2 players challenge him. That's going to be tough to win. 4-2 Natural Talent up. There has been a player lag out, but I'm not exactly sure on the ruling, but we've played quite a few rounds, so I assume these teams are just going to keep on keeping on.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I'm looking at the chat right now, and Sporo says, I'm good, just got scanned. So I think he's going to be trying to join back in, or we're going to be ending it. I'm not 100% sure. We'll get our answer right here, right now, but you got to think that regardless of that, yeah, they're all leaving. They're going to be trying to just get the reset going on here. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a lobby reset here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fear, though. It's still going to be the same old scoreline at 4-2. But, Trevor, this is going to be a serious pivotal time for round 7 if there ever was one, my dude. Like, the round 7 curse might also be coming into play coming off the back of a little bit of a break in the action. You know what I'm saying? So if there's any time for a momentum shift, it is 110% right now.
I mean, yeah, exactly. This is what Rated White needed for the regain. They've kind of struggled. They've lost a couple rounds in a row. I mean, you've kept it close. You got to that 2-3, and now you're, 2-4. But you did lose that in a 4v3, which is kind of unfortunate if you think about it. But if you're Rated, don't just don't talk about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Player was gone. Sure, you lost the round, but you have not only a lobby reset, but a mental reset with this opportunity and to go into the round 7. Kamika, you've talked about it. Anyone that's ever heard you cast to Search to Destroy has heard you talk about it, which is great. It's a cool thing, and we've seen come true. As legend goes, whoever wins the round 7 wins the map. Sure, someone's up 6 or 5-0 or 5-1, and the other team wins it or something. There's a couple ways where the round 7 doesn't always work out, but it is cool to see. This has been a close one. We saw a really close hardpoint. The players know how to play each other. Well, I mean, that's how the game works. Yikes, help.
Yeah, that's all good, dude. Like, I mean, I'm speaking a little bit more to the lag out issue. He just got a little bit of a scanner and repair. I'm still trying to figure out right now, Trevor, what is going on here because he's asking for an invite back, but I can't give him an invite back. Ladies and gentlemen, just going to go to a little bit of a quick break while we figure out how to get the game going back again. And then we will talk about how interesting of a situation we find ourselves in here, Trevor. We'll see you guys in a second.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die. Looking through the eyes of a brand new life. And so just find me, just find me. Sparks will fly. If we scream no, this is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never let go. Just watch us roll to a no one knows. We'll never grow. Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn and never die. Looking through the eyes of a brand new life. And so just find me, just find me. Sparks will fly. If we scream no, this is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never let go. Just watch us roll to where no one knows. We'll never grow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again with answers for you guys. So, did have a little bit of a skin repair, and we had to get the lobby all reset up because I guess there was a little bit of miscommunication. But hey, we're back. It's 4-2 in the hands of Natural Talent right now, and I am again joined by Trevor, right, Meow?
Super Troopers. Funny.
Yep, we're talking about it.
Yeah, just a subtle reminder, gentle reminder. It is 4-2 for the side of Natural Talent as we start this break off, and it looks like we're gonna see one player, just one, head over to the B side for rated, while the other players are looking to make a long A. This guy's gonna be making as much noise as he can, throwing nades, throwing flashes, just trying to get those rotations out from the players like
he saw
Catsy
him.
there.
Did you see that, Trevor? He totally saw Smart, but he didn't see him at the same time. He was on his screen, but Koi did not quite see the fact that he was on his screen. That's crazy right there.
And here we have a classic slow Miami round. All right. Rated. Oh, Catsy with the first ball. That's going to be really big for his teammates as he's able to pick that up there toward the back. Freshie going to get a couple shots into him, maybe from a teammate, maybe from something. He may have just got flashed as well. But this is big. You got the man advantage. You're up a couple. All up to Kaiser now in a 1v3 situation. And this is to go down. Natural Talent win this. They've won 5 rounds in the search and destroy. There's only about 25 seconds left, and there's not much that Kaiser can do as he's stranded. Players closing in. Natural Talent win, and they are up 5-2 in this search and destroy.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit of a difficult one there. I mean, if they had just gotten maybe another pick on that flank with Koi, like, I pointed out the fact that he saw Mir on his screen a couple of times in the far right, but maybe his FOV doesn't quite allow that. But, man, oh man, he was on his screen, and I was like, shoot him, but he just didn't quite see it. Could have made a little bit of a difference, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, Natural Talent still going to be at that 5-2 scoreline, going for a big final last hurrah at B. Freshie might be able to do something crazy here if he can time this together. Very good, but things also going down middle, Trevor. A whole lot of spaces we can get this first pop-off point at.
Yeah, Freshie does get the trade as the Sporto is able to get one. So that's going to be a 2v3 for the side. Natural Talent's going to have the lead here. And they're going to have the pressure at the bomb. Looks like the bomb is going down, planted at B. And you can get your player set up here. Sporto's in a pretty good position. One player does fall up to Koi for you with the last alive, trying to keep your team in this. I'm able to take one. Maybe you can get a couple one-on-ones onto a Sporto here through the car. That's really big for Koi. He's able to get one. Now it's all up to Carl. Carl, who was not playing very well before the reset. Maybe this is exactly what he needed, but Koi, he's got to get the kill, get the bomb, because it's planted perfect for Carl right now. All he has to do is peek this. Let's see what happens.
Oh no, Koi! Oh my god, that is unfortunate timing as Carl. I do believe that is his first kill of the game, and it will be the last kill of the game as Carl gonna find him with his back turned. He just, I guess, underestimated exactly where Carl would be positioned there. And Carl gets shots in the back of Koi for free, even though Koi was going so huge there for a second. Very unfortunate ending for Rated White, but I mean, hey, it does happen that way a lot of the times in COD, Trevor. Let's just be totally honest. That is not a very atypical thing to see in Call of Duty, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, COD, it's called COD timing for a reason, and that's exactly what Koi was the victim of there. Again, he tried to go really big for his team, able to pick up the 2 kills, beams the Sporto through like 2 different cars, through the windows, not quite through the walls, and unable to close out that round for his team. As Carl does hit him, he actually gets the rotation there, and Koi goes to check Piano right as Carl comes around the corner. Again, very unfortunate timing. Natural Talent they did win the search and destroy 6-2. That's why you see our faces and not the game anymore.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, there was the reset after the lobby had to be reset. But now we're going to head to a control, and this control is going to be on raid. We saw Rated play a very close hardpoint, a very close respawn. Saw good things in the surge. This could be the turning point for them, especially because raid's such a good map.
Yeah, Raid is a very good map for this mode. And Trevor, I think they have actually added something a little bit new today for the control. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but have they or have they not changed who gets the final defense to who gets more, ticks captured on flags than who gets most kills now? Have they put that in or have they not?
Yeah, so the date was today. I don't know if that was a part of the update or not. I'm probably a bad caster for not knowing that one. But it did just happen, guys. But it does say objective when you look to check things and what how it's going to break down, which would mean ticks in the language of Call of Duty. Very interesting to see. I believe that went out today because that was the
Yeah.
date on the rule set. So that'll be cool. Cool to see what happens and cool to see how that affects the way that I don't think it's going to affect the way that teams play right now because it just changed. But in the coming weeks, as we head into playoffs and finals, it's gonna be cool to see how that affects control gameplay.
I mean, I think it definitely will, especially down the line. Don't think anyone's really going to be changing their playstyle when it's just dogpile the objective and try and win on this map especially, Trevor. But yeah, taking a little bit of a quick look at the mode standings. I showed you the search and destroy ones real quick, but you see right here, man, you see who I'm looking at right now? It's Carl. Like, I'm going to be honest, he did not have a very solid game in the search and destroy. Clutched that 1v1, but otherwise, tough game for him. Hopefully for him, he can bounce back a little bit in his best mode. He actually has the record in the league, Trevor. I believe still unbroken is his record for most kills he got on this map, granted with a different team, but I mean, he is going to have to do it up against some people who are pretty dang solid in this mode as well, and that's Kaiser and Koi, some of the top control players in the league. 3 out of 5 playing on the field right now. I think that's pretty damn awesome, Trevor, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I mean, hey, this is Rated's best chance to get another opportunity to take it to natural talent in a hardpoint, because let's be honest, it was really, really close. Granted, maybe that was due to the fact that natural talent was a little bit underprepared. Do you think was a little bit more of that, or do you think it was just that Rated White is a little bit superior to them when it comes to starting in general in the hardpoint?
I said it. I think I said it during the hard point, but I think it was the classic case of the team that's the better team on paper, just coming out and starting it a little bit cold. Like, I mean, we could beam these guys. They're 4-4. We're 7-1, and no biggie. We can come out. We're gonna win it. And they're like, oh wow, yikes. Let's go ahead and flip the switch. As we did talk about, and I think that's exactly what happened. I think natural talent just started slow. We saw them play very well in that certain destroy, only dropping 2 rounds. Especially after heating up in the hard point. So I think that they're definitely favored to win this control. But it'll be very interesting to see because we've seen some really crazy things happen on raid control this year.
We definitely have. And I've seen it in not just here, but elsewhere as well. This map, it's got some crazy stuff happening on it all the time. Catsy just with reckless abandon and absolutely zero fear running down the middle of the map. His gun barely held together here apparently, but doesn't matter as he still uses it to good effect on Koi. Freshie gonna be doing the same thing, running right down the middle, and McCoy gonna be ripping Carl and Mir at the same time. Catsy's still a little bit alive on the flank here. Could make a little bit of an annoying situation out of himself here, but opponent getting back to his teammate in good due time. But it does inevitably lead to natural talent getting back control over the objective.
Yeah, big team wipe there as A was very close to being captured. And now we're going to see, A didn't work. Let's run a B really quick and see if we can get a tick or 2 here. But I mean, natural talent was expecting it. We saw the quick rotation come through right through mid-map. There's another team wipe for Rated. As they're going to head right back over to that A side, to the A point. The natural talent's going to be quick on the rotation right there through mid-map. They have map control. That's exactly what you can do. Instant pressure coming through.
Whoa. Oh my god, Trevor. That is huge as now they go in and they get A. Kaiser, he's unstoppable right now. He's going right up in there. Catsy's going to be to his right, but this man is smart. He knows not to overchow this. And he's going to be getting the better of Catsy anyway. Trade does come out, but man, was that some good play from Kaiser.
Yeah, absolutely huge. As he goes huge for his team there. Now we see instant pressure on the B zone from Rated. Natural talent's got to get there. If not, this can get stacked very quick. It could turn out really bad in terms of lives. Or 14-16. Natural talent leading still. But good pressure here, especially with Koi picking up the beams onto a Sporto there. That's really big. He's going to be sitting right in and around Tiki. Not quite hopping the point, but right there to do so when his teammates get there for the backup. Natural talent, they're looking to do it, getting a couple wave clears there, just trying to further lengthen the live advantage for them. But crazy plays from Rated White so far that they just gotta use it.
Yeah, they're making some good kills. They just gotta exploit the space that they make with the kills. I know exactly what you're saying, Trevor. Koi, he's gonna get taken down to legit one shot, but not legit one. He is gonna be at 2 health, believe it or not. And now we're gonna be seeing a very defensive hold coming in here from Natural Talent, because they know just how dangerous a situation like this can be. Full team kill on them would mean absolute disaster right now. Kaiser getting dangerously close. He is gonna get one, but Katsy with the God tier grenade gonna take him down for the count. Koi still gonna be up inside of money, gonna be trying to help out his teammates here. Katsy getting nice and away, safe and sound. And a Sporto coming up to huge as well. Just cannot get close right now for Rated Gaming. A little bit unfortunate for them. They're out of time, out of lives, and frankly out of map control as well, and out of options. They're just got to try their best in the next round, Trevor.
Yeah, very good hold. They made some really good plays. In the manner that they got A was really big. They did it in very quick succession, and they had instant pressure over to B, but Natural Talent able to regain, take the defense, and just kind of hold from there. There wasn't a crazy life disparity, but I don't even think that matters anymore. We did see 3 ticks picked up from Rated as they did cap the full A side. Not able to get anything onto B, through Natural Talent's defense, but here we have Fresh Heat going big in the kitchen. Either way, good rounds. We saw good things from both sides. Rated showed that they can apply the pressure in the offense, and Natural Talent showed that, hey, we know how to play defense.
Yeah, but the question is, can Natural Talent play offense? It wouldn't surprise me if they did, because this map is so offensive-sided. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say offensive-sided. It's basically 50-50, I would say, but it's definitely been more that way in the recent days. Nice beams from Kaiser, going to be taking out the guy back in Art. That does open up space for Freshie to come around the back and absolutely fry that guy off the objective. This is a great setup, great start so far for Rated Gaming. And you see they're already anticipating the flag tag coming out from Natural Talent, but they fake it, but it doesn't go any better for them. Mega unfortunate for them as they all fall down again, Trevor. This is some great, great stuff coming out from Rated Gaming right now on the defense.
Yeah, this is a very good early hold for them. We're under a minute left. And no ticks have been secured for the side of Natural Talent. They've flirted with the point a couple times, but unable to close there. They just keep getting cleared and cleared and cleared. They're down by what, a bunch of lives, 7. As the number just keeps going lower as I look at the live count. Rated White really showing dominance in this defense. Natural Talent they're not getting anything right now.
Well, I mean, they are going to be getting a little bit up in their grill here, but McCoy staying alive. That is huge. Kaiser, he does fall, though. So McCoy not going to be in the best positions to take down a Sporto, and just like that, they are all up in their grill. But the thing is here, Trevor, Natural Talent, they are only 1 on the objective right now, and they're starting to really lose manpower here. The Rated Gaming guys are going to get there a lot quicker. It really depends on how they pivot off of this. Do they go all in for a stack on B, or do they go in for a rotation to A? It's really going to depend on that. It looks like they're going for the stack on B, but again, they're not going to get here as fast as their opponents, and they're getting absolutely smoked right now, so it appears that that was the wrong decision to make, as now they have no map control, succeeding all of it to Rated Gaming for a pipe dream of getting control over B, but it just does not pay off.
Yeah, with only about 10 seconds left on the clock, it'd be a miracle if they're able to pull this out. They only have 5 lives remaining. That means only 1 person can die again before they're all on their last life. They are going to be stacked at A and able to get some progress there, but we're going to have some pretty quick pressure here from Rated. And coming from their spawn, which quite frankly they may not be expecting. The timings may be weird that make them turn around. They are able to get A. That's big, but now they only have 2 people left to secure 1 tick, which is about halfway done. From what it seems, it doesn't look like it's got fully cleared. You got 1 person left. That's going to be Mir, and he's 1v11. That's tough.
I'm going to be honest there, Trevor. For a second, I was starting to think that it was possible. I was starting to see the way that they could have done it if a few less of them had died on the transition, or even say they got a little bit too, caught up in the exit frags here, Rated, and they didn't send someone over there and say a Sporto or whoever that was over there managed to go in and sneak the last little bit of that hill over the top. That would have been absolutely amazing. But, Rated Gaming, they were on their stuff, dude. They were just on task. and they were making the rotations as they needed to. They're anticipating the plays from Natural Talent. Natural Talent, they tried to bait them around, but even so, when they did get a little bit moved around with the fake rotations, they still held their ground very, very well with the gun skill as well.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, we're all tied up 1-1. So we're gonna have, yeah. Sorry, lost my voice there for a second. But we have the early pressure there, firm rated onto the A side, but Natural Talent clears that very quickly. And they already have a couple players stationed mid-map to kind of take control of any rotations that we try to see come through. Sporto going big, honestly, there at mid for a couple of kills. Rated going to look to go to the B point there for a couple seconds.
Ooh, that's a tough loss, but Kaiser there for the trade. And now they're going to be trying to get some control over money. Cash, money shots again from Kaiser. Don't know how he's still alive, to be honest with you. Frenetically, a.k.a. Mir, he's going to get beamed out the top. And Carl, he's going to be here all by his lonesome. That live advantage for Natural Talent dwindling away to basically zero. They are going to be getting Catsy in and around the back, and he might just be their savior right now. He gets 2 off the objective. McCoy forced out to try and play position and his life. He's going to get 1. Can he get Carl here? That would be huge, and he does. Oh my god. Catsy going out to try and get something going around the back, but still some progress coming in here from McCoy. That is some big, big clutch ups.
Yeah, so we saw a tick at A and B simultaneously for Rated, as A is almost secure there as the contest just barely comes through. Kill is taken, and right as A gets cleared, we see B taken at the same time. That we saw simultaneous second and third ticks on the A and the B. That is the perfect example of map control, and it came from the offense for Rated. I mean, good job. You're up 2-1 going to a defense, which you won pretty handedly the last time we saw it.
McCoy, that was just a pure high IQ play there coming out from him. I gotta be totally honest with you there, Trevor. That made the game for them. That really did make the game for them, because not only did it just absolutely negate any map control for Natural Talent, it basically helped the fact that when they went to A, they also got B at the same time. It forced Natural Talent to pick, and apparently they didn't really pick very well again, having a little bit of bad decision making when it comes to tough calls like that. And now Rated Gaming, they're trying to seal the deal right now. They're thinking that they're going to try and make a little bit of a rotate here with a flag tag, but I mean, a Natural Talent, they're coming up a little bit slowly just in case they didn't, and that's really, really hurting them here, I guess you could say, Trevor. Frenetically does take down 1, but now getting to the objective after a little bit of lives lost. Still some good ground gained here from Natural Talent, and they might be able to just get control over this A. And if they can do that and get some good control over the spawn as well, then they're back in business.
Yeah, and they're in a really tough spot to have to win the offense to stay in it, especially when you saw Rated win an 11v1 on the last time that you were trying to attack. It's looking like we're going to head over toward B for just a few seconds, maybe see a rotation. But one thing that we've seen Rated do, at least we saw it in last control too, is they leave this anchor player to watch mid-map, be able to lay shots down. We see it in Koi right now. He's able to pick up some of those shots, unable to pick up a kill, but damage is through. Natural Talent's just struggling to get control on the map. There's about 30 seconds left in the round. They're trying to get a couple ticks at B here as they are going to stack it. It's very possible that they're able to get this with Rated spawning all the way on the other side of the map. But they have to successfully get the rotation. This is something that they struggled with last time. They all got wiped as they tried to rotate over toward A. We started to see it there. But I mean, let's see what happens.
I mean, the exit frag attempts there for Rated, but it went totally not the way they wanted to. And now, just like that, they lost a lot of lives. Granted, they still have quite a few of an advantage here. Catsy in the spawn. I don't think they quite know about the fact that Catsy is in their spawn right now, but he can totally go around the back. And now he is spawning them opposite side of the map. This could be a quick dogpile situation up in here before they even get there. Oh my god. Hold on. Is that Streaks I hear? That is Streaks coming out from McCoy. Huge. Clearing them off of the objective and basically a get out of jail free card for them. Carl, he's going to get found by McCoy here, but he's just trying so desperately to play his life here, my dude. He does get finally taken down, and the real fight is over here with Koi. If he can just seal the deal right here, he doesn't need to seal the deal because Kaiser's right there with him. Great team play coming out from his teammate here. Does get them out of jail for that moment there, Trevor. But still, one final good push from Natural Talent could still see the day. I mean, not just the day, but the round going into their hands as well.
Yeah, and they've successfully got a couple kills here. We do have Koi just chilling around on this A point again, and then we're going to see it pop up on the screen. Natural Talents has no respawns remaining. It's in a 3v8 situation, and they got to get a couple kills going as Koi. The shots are coming through for him right now. You got a 2v7. This is a very tough situation if you're Katsy and Carl. There's not a lot that you can do in this specific situation. All up to Katsy. You got to get the whole point. There's only 10 seconds left. There's the control. Rated Gaming, they do take the control. They use their players that are really good in the game mode, and they're able to do it. They're able to pick it up and bounce back into this series. We saw them play really close Hardpoint, and we're going to head there next, too.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they can replicate, not just replicate their efforts that they did well in the Hardpoint, but not only do that and realize what they did wrong and eventually led to their defeat eventually in the Hardpoint. Granted, it was after a whole lot of good stuff went their way, Trevor, but close is only good in, horseshoes and hand grenades, as they call it. But yeah, hopefully they can make up for it right now. They can totally do this. The thing is, both these modes, Trevor, they have lost up against Natural Talent tonight. So it's going to be the real test to see if they can, just adapt, change. That is basically the rule of Call of Duty. It's more so than any other game. You got to adapt, dude. You got to adapt to all the changes, whether it be changing the game, whether it be changing the guns, changing the meta, changing the GAs, changing. What you really got to do is change how you approach and how you position yourself in order to finish the game off better. Now, let's take a little bit of a quick refresher for the crowd in case they didn't quite pay attention, like me, to what the final map 4 and map 5 would be. It's going to be on Moscow here, Trevor. And so, based on what you've seen so far in your professional opinion, who has the advantage going into this one?
I think, honestly, Natural Talent. Could be a hot take based on how we saw the early stages of the first Hardpoint, but one thing that we did see from them were early setups. It's a little bit harder to get broken, I think, in general on Moscow than it is on Checkmate. So that's kind of why I'm favoring Natural Talent going into this Hardpoint.
I mean, yeah, it definitely can be a little bit harder to break on this map than on Checkmate, but it also depends on... That is actually a really great point, because a lot of the time that was gained by their opponents in Rated came from just playing for the break. They were able to break them out of the spawns at the last second. They were able to break their setups on the objectives pretty much every single time for the first 1.5 rotations and Checkmate. But on this map, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Now, one thing I do have to bring up, Trevor, is, granted this was very, very early on in the season, but when I have seen Natural Talent on this map personally, it's not really been their best map. It's not been their worst map, but I don't really know. I wouldn't say that they are necessarily strong on this map, but it really depends on the day. And I think Rated White, I haven't really seen a whole bunch of them on this map, so in my mind, it's totally up in the air. The thing that really sticks in my mind is the fact that they won by just one measly point up against the old Valkyrie squad, who was eventually dropped, and Valkyrie picked up another team, and then they FF'd for the rest of the season, unfortunately for them. But yeah, I mean, close games like that definitely goes to show that this is not necessarily a strength that Natural Talent has. Does that mean that Raid's going to beat them on this map? Not necessarily, but it definitely is a good shot for Rated at the very least.
Yeah, I think we're in for a good map either way. We saw a really good close first Hardpoint that really could have gone to both sides. We just saw Natural Talent kind of flip that switch at the very end to do it, but I mean, with how you lost the control, is the switch even in the same room anymore? Are you there mentally for that? So I mean, it's really I'm really excited to get into Moscow to see how they play it and to see kind of who's able to to get the rotations, and are Rated going to be able to break the way that they did in the first map, or are Natural Talent going to be able to hold on and secure some things?
Yes. The question is, really, is the switch still in the same room, or do you have the power outage? A million billion things can go wrong here, Trevor, to make sure that you don't flip the switch and have it be effective. So it's really going to come down to, are they ready? Who is more ready on this map? Rated White, they've got good things going for them. Natural Talent, they've got, well, their name suggests it. They got the natural talent, and they got, you know, good things going for them as well. And which really leads me to believe that I cannot call this map. I really cannot call it. Even though I love to make hot takes, I just can't make one this time because I think both teams have got good things going into this, and it's going to be a tough thing to decide here, Trevor. And I think it's best left up to the teams as we're going to be getting going here in just about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Ready to see some Moscow. Saw Miami, saw Raid. Been to Checkmate, so get to see another new map for this series at least. I'm see how these teams are going to play it and what they're going to do. I mean, everyone knows how to play the map, but let's see who can execute it better.
Yeah, just while we're waiting for this map to start, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to like the stream if you guys are liking what you're watching and liking what you are hearing, because K7, playoffs are about to start. This is the final week of the regular season. We just happen to have a couple of bangers coming at you. We'll show you a couple more of what's in stake for the rest of the week after the match ends. But right now, you've got a really good match up in front of you. It is going to be good old, like you said, Rated White versus Natural Talent. It's been a good game so far for the most part on most of the maps. Granted, that Search and Destroy was a little bit tough. But, I mean, Rated Gaming, that is not a death sentence by any means. They have looked good in the series overall, and I would not be surprised if we said we're going to a map 5.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see this break off right now. Good to see who is going to be able to get control of this first point. Rated White on the favored side, as they're going to have spawns for P2. They're going to want to hold on to that. Maybe we'll watch that street side as we're seeing McCoy do. But, I mean, there's an instant bloodbath right here in P1. People trying to shoot guns, trying to get the beams. No one really coming out on top right now, except Natural Talent does. They do come out on top there for the first couple of seconds, but instant pressure right back into point from Rated White. No one really able to get through to try to attempt to look at the spawns yet, but we're still early, and we're trying to just keep control of this first point.
Honestly, this is okay for Rated Gaming. They can keep contesting this all that they want, and it doesn't matter if they really get any more time off this. What really matters is they hold these spawns at the back. Koi knows this, and he's just going to be falling back. He sees one up inside, but little does he know, he's got main man Katsy coming around his back here as well, and his teammates are spawning out. I'm sure he's gotten the call out that they're spawning out, and McCoy might be getting in just the perfect time, or the worst timing possible, as Katsy beams him out the top. McCoy now got some serious heavy lifting to do against Katsy, and he is still streaking, dude. Still speeding as Katsy and the guys get the break for P2.
Yeah, looking like Lightning McQueen out there. Speed, he is speed. Gonna chow this last guy here. Maybe not. Maybe he's not gonna chow. Maybe he's gonna take his time. Maybe he's not speed. But either way, we're gonna see Katsy still on that 3 streak right now, coming back to the point to maybe help his teammates as they were just kind of broken off the point. You don't want to lose the spawns. There's 4 looking for 5 as he turns the corner and he gets it.
Oh my
Can he get
God.
6? Yes, he doesn't get the 6, but the shots are there. One more player, McCoy, up left in that top PD position. Does not get the beams. His teammates are there and is going to fall. And he's able to secure those 2 kills. Those are streaks. Watch out for him. This dude is hot right now. Natural Talent are going to kind of take control of this. There's going to be 1 player left able to take Freshie down with the shots from 3 people at the same time. Natural Talent with the successful break got good time off at P2 after a heavily contested P1. But now can they get the break through the rotation onto Rated?
Dude, this is pure passion coming out from both teams right now. The break's coming out, Trevor. We were questioning whether we would see the same level of breaking. Oh, he totally sees him, but he can't react in time. Koi, unfortunate. And so far, Natural Talent, granted, breaks have been coming out from both sides. It looks like Natural Talent is doing a better job at getting the breaks so far, especially on the spawns Katsy. He's just been having an incredible game. Carl showing up as well. Everybody showing up for Natural Talent. Katsy going to be getting on and winning a big fat gunfight there. Koi, he's not going to be able to get him without first taking down a Sporto. Wasn't quite ready for the 2v1, and he does go down. So now, this is going to be a great situation for Natural Talent. Although you would really like to be getting this hill time right now, the fact that they can hold this positioning for the next one as well is still good nonetheless. So despite the fact that Rated has been, just keeping them off the time a little bit, it's still a net benefit for Natural Talent at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we saw the great break. They were on the complete other side of the map, broke through and were able to pick up 30 more points on P3, and now they're really close right here for the street side. Carl with the big beams from the bus. McCoy there to answer though. It's gonna get a little bit dicey here over on the street. Cassie able to do something through this little hop up potentially. Maybe just waiting for the right timings from his teammates. Good thing he turned around because he picked up the kill. If not, he does get caught in the back there. Rated White are going to be on the point right now, picking up the points as Natural Talent does start to spawn out. So Rated able to kind of, they're looking to get the setup here. Number 5, and it's going to be Mirror. It's kind of close. He's able to do some damage here as he does pick up 2. Looking to hop through with his teammates as they are there through the street. Maybe to pick up a 3rd, maybe 4th. Doesn't quite hop up there, but I mean, good contention from both teams, but otherwise good break and good so far hold from Rated. And they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, still, Natural Talent, the fact that they're denying this with the fact that they've got next spawns, if they can just hold this, they're good. As I say that, Kaiser dies at the last second, spawning out. Mega unfortunate for Natural Talent as he's about to come and spoil things massively, but a Spore turns on him. Oh my god, the misfortune is not stopping for Rated Gaming right now, but the good thing is they still have Freshie in the back, and now they're going to come out from 2 different angles, contesting the time, which Grand, you still would be liking to get a little bit of time off this right now, especially with the spawn situation not being totally certain right now. Oh, that's a great little turn from Koi, but Freshie trying to come in, all hands on deck from both teams spawning out. It's going to be a race here, and I think Carl is actually going to win that race.
Yeah, Carl doing a good job coming through street side. He's probably gonna get top PD and just kind of stay there unless he gives that one up to a Sporto. But it's only about 10 seconds left and a couple players on the hill right now. 7 and 8 and Carl and a Sporto. It's gonna be their job to hold this street side down. Unfortunately for Natural Talent, Carl does get beamed. There's Katsi from the middle. He is gonna die. So this is really dicey here. There's really big. Okay, so big couple kills from Natural Talent. All up to number 3 and Koi to do something, try to make the spawns kind of wonky, play a timing. Maybe they don't know that you're there. Maybe they thought that you were on a late rotation. They haven't seen you yet. He's in a really particular place that can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Trevor, this is dicier than a game of Yahtzee, my dude. Oh, this is great timing again for Freshie as he breaks him again. Just break after break after break. We were starting to wonder, hey, are there going to be a lot of breaks on this map? Oh, breaking faces right now apparently is Freshie as he slides into yet another kill. Late, going for a little bit of a late chow for the objective here, but he realizes how late of a chow it is. Freshie's still going, still looking to break some faces, still looking to break some hearts for the Natural Talent fans right now. He's going to be looking the right way at the right time, but still gets messed up by Katsi. Carl still going down in the back, and now just like that, Rated Gaming are back in this toy. He is going to go down, and good setup now potentially for Natural Talent, but Rated Gaming, they've made some serious progress.
Yeah, and we saw Rated on an early setup over here on this P3, and Natural Talent was able to break it. So let's see if Rated can break them right back as they're trying to come through the back for this one. Only gonna be one player up left, and that's gonna be Carl. Carl putting in some damage, getting the bullets through, trying to pre-fire, but unable to hold it. As now we have Rated right here in this P3, about 30 seconds left, half and half for each. But if you have control of this P3, it's a lot easier rotation over to that P4 to a setup. I mean, you get the bus to work with. So this is really big for them. They're right back in this game, only down by about 30 points, and Natural Talent not knowing what to do. They're not going to make this last push here. Everyone's spawning out. They're going to kind of head over to that street side and try to get some form of control.
This is great wins up in here for Rated Gaming again. They're literally knocking on the doorstep of Natural Talent right now, and Katsi, he's just trying to pop out, get some kills, but little does he know that Kaiser was in there. Does go down though, but point time still going into the hands of Rated Gaming so far. Spawn out coming out, but instant pivot coming out from Rated as well. He knows that he's got some guys here, but Koi poised so huge to just get that sandwich down on point. And now Rated, they've got the lead. They have got the momentum. They're getting the kills, my dude. They are getting just, I think we've seen pure white kill feeds for the past couple minutes. Well, at least for the most part. Like, seriously, they are turning it up to a whole nother level right now.
And you absolutely love to see it because, I mean, it's just been running, going, and so far it's worked out for them. Freshie hops in the point. No one's on the point right now. Natural Talent's going to soak up last maybe 10 seconds or so. But again, we're going to see that race probably over to those right side spawns as this P1's about to pop. We saw Natural Talent kind of, for the most part, coming on top. Last time we saw this rotation from the P5 to the P1 and 2. Natural Talent, it does have control of the right side of the map. They just got to get a couple of these crucial kills. Freshie has been really hard to kill for the past few minutes as he's been finessing, getting around people, getting the shots into them. Here's the contestation. Katsy is going to be able to get him. Right now, Natural Talent, what they need to do is they need to kind of slow it down, slow the game down, play it at your pace. It's going to be hard on P1, but you got to make sure you keep these rotations and don't let anyone get pushed up toward that P2.
Yeah, the main thing is if they do allow it to slow down, does that mean allowing Natural Talent to get into the spawns area here? They gotta slow it down at a time where they are firmly in the control of the spawns. The pacing right now I think is good for them, but the fact is that Natural Talent is wise to what they're doing right here. They're trying to slow things down themselves here, Trevor, taking a little bit of advice they're trying to give to Rated, and they're applying it to themselves. Esporto just trying to get that cross-map positioning here, but he does inevitably be getting taken down. Now, Late is going to try and get a little bit of kills here. He's going to know that one is still there. That's McCoy. McCoy going down, but somehow Freshie, main man Freshie, getting through to the back. He's going to be lighting Carl ablaze. Carl, he might be trying to stay alive for some help, but help not going to get there in time. Now, Freshie's going to be the annoying guy at the back, and just like that, he has help. No time going in the hands of Natural Talent. This is as scrappy as it gets, my dude.
Yeah, and all because Freshie was able to finesse there and not die. He's allowed his teammates to get pushed up, and here we have we're 1 kill away from really taking control of the hard point. We got a couple players left, but maybe not in the greatest of positions. That's gonna be big. It's gotta get Freshie. Freshie's been the hard one to kill. Okay, you got him. That's good. Natural Talent. That's a nice regame. There's only about 20 seconds left. Here on the point, so you're gonna have to start looking for the rotation, but do not give up this crap. This is good. You're on the rotations in the 3v4, but you're able to pick some stuff up. Things get a little weird on the backside of the map with that spawn, but it looks like Natural Talent's going to be good in terms of trying to push out, kind of get control of this, and actually causing some spawn outs by the position that they've gotten on the map.
Yeah. Oh my god. Mega worst time for a timeout there. Like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Lagging out at a time like that, that just absolutely kills me on the inside now. So, I mean, Natural Talent, as if they didn't have a great setup before. Man down situation for Rated Gaming, gonna be absolutely not great thing to have happen to you. And now, I don't know what's gonna happen here, Trevor. Is Natural Talent, they can't win off of this one. I guess he's just gonna have to try and get back into this one. I'm not totally sure what the rules say about this, whether it's about closeness of the score or whether it's about how much time has passed, but we'll figure it out, my dude. We'll figure it out. Either way, Rated Gaming, they've got a little bit of work to do right now.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of work to do, with only having 3 people to do it. Natural Talent can win off of really any of the next points after this next one pops. So it's going to be really tough for Rated to really get hold and keep these rotations. I'm not 100% sure on the ruling, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to stand. Just because we've had, both teams well over 100 points in this. The closest of the score could have something to do with it, but right now it's looking like Natural Talent's going to close this one out, and barring some kind of rolling, they're going to win the series.
We did see some good stuff coming out from the Rated players at the end there, but I don't know. We're going to have to figure out what exactly happens here. Is it going to stand or is it not? Either way, Natural Talent, they do come away with the round. But will they keep it? That's going to be the main question on my mind here, Trevor. Is that going to stand or is it not? I'm going to ask right now for you.
Yeah, and as we wait for an answer, things that we saw from both teams here. We saw both of them play really well. We saw a lot of breaks kind of through this. If this stands, that's going to be a 3-1 series victory for Natural Talent. But as we wait for confirmation on that final ruling, Rated played well. You lost Koi in kind of crunch time there. It could have gone either way. Scores were pretty close. Natural Talent did have a lead by about 20 points, I want to say. But you're playing close against someone like Freshie, who's just finessing everybody. And then you lose a guy.
Yeah, so Trevor, I do have the update. It appears that is going to stand. Say what you want, everybody, but that is the rules. And Natural Talent, they are going to be getting the W. They were looking pretty dang good, all things considered. Rated White, could they have done it if their final player had just been there for the last little bit? I really can't say for certain. Both teams had really great things going for them. Nobody could get a certain setup. Like absolutely nobody, Trevor. It was just break after break after break. It was scrappy. It was dicier than a game of Yahtzee, as I said it earlier, and I don't think he quite caught that one. Otherwise, he would have totally made fun of me. But yeah, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. The COD cookie, it does crumble that way.
Yeah, cookies crumbling. I have a cookie right here actually on my desk. I'm getting ready to
Wow,
eat.
funny.
Nice little treat after the cast. But I mean, great series from both teams. If you're rated white, you played one of the best teams in the league, really close, really well. Search and Destroy looked a little bit rough, but you're able to. You smoked them in the control. Take that away. You beat one of the best teams in the league in the control very handedly. So not all else. If you're rated, you do have some key takeaways that you can take from this map as we head into playoffs and champs in the next couple of weeks. So don't feel too bad about it. You're a 4-4 team who lost to a 7-1 team, and you played them really, really close. That's really good. If you're natural talent, way to come out and show that you deserve to be 8-1 now, as the record will show. Good job. I mean, good GGs from both sides. Good things from both sides, and I'm excited for playoffs to see how things shake out.
Yeah, the question is, will we be seeing rated white in the playoffs, Trevor? That was a match that they could have really done with a better results, and because you see right here, Knights Templar, they are neck and neck with them, basically, and with that loss up against rated white, that's going to be really not up against rated white defeating themselves. Yeah, right. But anyways, they lost up against their opponents in Natural Talent tonight. In case you guys just tuned in, they could have some serious ramifications, especially if Knights Templar does win in their match. That could mean no playoffs for them. That would really, really hurt for them if this is the way that it ends. But yeah, let's see who Knights Templar is going to be playing here, Trevor. Oh, apparently I did not put in the proper schedule yet. There we go. Apparently they are going to be fighting Valiant Gaming. It's definitely a little bit of a tough one there. KT, they've looked really, really good so far, but man, will they be able to beat them? Just bear with me as I go back to the leaderboard here real quick. They also have Monolithic here, and Monolithic, it's totally possible that, I don't know, actually KT, they might be straight up and out of it. I'm going to be totally honest with you there, dude. Like, I don't know. They basically need to beat Valiant now, and it's definitely easier said than done. No one has beaten them since the roster changed, Trevor.
Yeah, and it's 5 from each division that make playoffs, just to clarify, correct?
It is the top 5. 3 are definitely secured into playoffs, and the 4 and 5 from each group have to do a little bit of a fight for the wild card spots.
Okay, so if Knights Templar loses, Rated White has secured if the tiebreaker goes to map counts. Because Rated White's going to be 18 and 16 with their map count, and even if Knights Templar were to win 2 maps with the loss, that's only going to put them to 15 map wins. So Knights Templar, you absolutely have to beat Valiant in order to make the playoffs, which is a very tall order.
Yeah, and as we didn't get a little bit of a stream earlier, let's see who else has a little bit of playoff potential here, Trevor. I know that there's at least one more team trying to make it in there. Valkyrie, they are out, and I do believe, that is actually going to be the only team that is still really playing in here. I think that Living Nightmare has actually picked up a squad, and with a win, they will supplant Valkyrie from their spot, even though they have forfeited, I do believe. But yeah, we'll see if that forfeit stands if they do make the playoffs. Anyways, Trevor, that is gonna be it. That's gonna be actually Natural Talent taking the night so far. Interesting way to start off the week with another Natural Talent win after a little bit of difficulties in the last couple of weeks up against Valiant Gaming. Coming in now, they're looking really strong going into the playoffs. Anything you think we need to say in closing here before we end things off for the night?
Thank you to all of our partners. Thank you, Kyle, for not only casting but producing with me tonight. Great looks, way to do it. Good job, appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream. Shout out Shifty, I saw you in there. Finish that paper, my guy. You can do it. You can do it. But yeah, I mean, thank you all. Thank you for hitting that like button. And if you haven't, smash
Shame
it for
on
me
you.
real quick. Yeah,
Do it now.
Again, you can do it. It's just a click. But yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to everyone at K7. And we'll see you next time.